when we come back, it looks like Chris, let's see. Yes, he has. He has reached the next stop on his life wide open tour. Look at that van. Oh, and he's waving. I hope Kaleena's taking good care of him. I'm sure she is. We'll check in with him next on News 5 Today. Hey, guys.
If you're just joining us, we've been driving around Hastings all morning long in the Adams County Convention and Visitors Bureau 1963 Corvair van. Executive Director Kaleena Fong has been nice enough to chauffeur us around this morning. Travis, one little note back to you, by the way. This humidity is killing our hair out here this morning. We should have talked about that before we did it. Earlier, we talked about what was on the other side of the van. Let's talk about the graphics that we have on here now. Obviously, Fisher Fountain, and newly renovated a bit, too.
Right. A historic landmark for the city. It's just fun to go watch during the summer, eat a snow cone around Fisher Fountain, watch the lights in color.
Yeah, amazing. And I also want to mention the 4th of July parade that they have there. I always feel that is such a touch of Americana.
Yeah, that's a community gem, and that's why we like the small town life here in Hastings.
Yeah, Motorsport Park also has become a huge attraction for people, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's a great draw for tourists who come in and want to race their cars or their super bikes. They come in, they stay for the weekend, they spend their money, and that's what it's really all about.
And of course, we've got the softball complex brings tons of visitors all the time.
Again, getting people out there, getting them in our restaurants and our stores while they're here. That's what tourism is in Hastings, and why we're excited to have the softball complex out there.
And then we get into the school year, and of course, Hastings College with a national draw for a lot of people.
We get visitors throughout the year coming to the college to visit, but it's also a great place for activities, for sports, for athletics, for theater, to go and take that in as a community member or a visitor.
And we talk about Hastings College. That was your first exposure. You grew up in Colorado. What do you remember about your first impressions of Hastings as a community?
Hastings is such a clean community and such a nice size. I remember that, even being an 18-year-old coming into the community and paying such attention to how people take care of their homes and their yards and have a sense of pride about where they live. And I appreciate that today.
You've mentioned that as part of this job, some people are sort of surprised that there's such an emphasis on tourism in this area. But it really is a vital part of the economy, isn't it?
It is. It's all about getting people into our community to spend their money, to leave their money here in our attractions, in our stores, in our restaurants, at our events. That money's then left to be recirculated in the community. And so it's important that we as a community are welcoming visitors in, that we're giving them the experience and entertainment and dining options that they want so that they can continue to come back and spend their money here.
And we've made our next stop here at Hastings Museum. We mentioned earlier, this is one of the gems going on here. So much right here in this building, isn't there?
There is so much, a great appreciation for the area in terms of a cultural appreciation. There's always changing exhibits in there. This summer they're focusing on fossils and have summer fun classes starting today for kids of all ages to come in and learn more about the exhibits that they have in-house at the Hastings Museum.
And you can find their full list, of course, at hastingsmuseum.org. We are going to get back on the road again. We got one more stop in our tour. So let's pack up the van. We're going to head back out. You don't want to miss any of it. But first, when we come back on News 5 Today, your News 5 Today Birthday Club. That's all next on News 5 Today.